Razor friends, big Razor. Something very strange happened on today's Banter show. We were down in the Leprechaun capital of the world, which is in Carlingford, and approximately 10 minutes of footage has completely disappeared off the camera, and we've no idea what happened. Micky, can you shed some light on what happened? As you're the technical man, I don't know.
I think we had a bit of leprechaun interference. Did a little bit of jiggery pokery on the tape, but yeah, it sort of recovered itself eventually. So we'll have lots of good footage. Put it that way. I
know we've got some good footage, Micky, but can you explain it as a technical camera operator for over 20-something years? Have you any experience of this previously?
I honestly can't explain it. I think it just might be down to the leprechauns not wanting us to sort of be on their land. Possibly.
Right. Anyway, friends, watch this video and enjoy. We'll watch the rest of it. The first 10 minutes is gone. No idea what happened. Razor for the leprechauns. Because, I mean, we're the Banter show, we're out on the road, and to hear that a man has got 4 gold coins out of a leprechaun.
That I can't show you. There's 4 gifts associated with them. 1, I'm always happy. 2, I'm always healthy. 3, I can communicate with them at any time. And I do that through the practice of shamanism.
Wow.
That's an out-of-body experience that I have, that I can induce, and that's how I communicate with them, because they're spirits. And the 4th one's the best one. But I can't tell you that, or I lose the other 3.
Oh. There's always a secret.
No, well, there's not really, because if I was to pass on the gifts,
right,
I have to pass them on to the eldest of a family of 7 sons, 3 hours before I die.
God, that's a bit of a tall order, lads, isn't it?
Well, it's not. That's the clever thing about leprechauns. They knew I had 7 sons.
Ah, would you quit?
Yeah.
Now it's all beginning to make a bit of sense.
But he doesn't want the gifts, because he figures if I have good health, I'm going to pop off like that. So I'm not going to get the 3 hours warning.
Oh.
And if I give them to him now, I could live to be 120 and be miserable and unhappy for the rest of my life. So he doesn't want to take the gifts as any loving son did. But there is, I've told the leprechauns this, and they've told me that I can test anybody that comes in here to see have they the gift. And if they have the gift, and if they're psychic, they'll be able to talk to them in the way I do and visit them.
Right.
Through the practice of shamanism, it'll come to them naturally. But not till I'm dead. And the way you know I'm dead is, you'll hear the word Driocht. It's a Gaelic name, it means magic. And when you hear that, the spirit will appear to you in whatever form you want him to appear. So you may want an angel. You know, maybe you want a teddy bear. I don't know what you want.
I don't want a teddy bear. The angel might do me all right.
Or any whatever form you're happy with. I'm not going to ask you what. But I can test you to see, are you psychic? Most people I test, they don't feel anything.
Right.
So I have a leprechaun suit here. I'm going to show it to you.
Okay.
Do you know how big a leprechaun is?
Not. I've never really seen one, Kevin. There's no point.
Have you ever thought about it even?
I've thought about it.
And what would you think?
In around that size or that size. A foot tall. Are they in around the foot?
You're cleverer than I thought, yeah. It's in between the two. It's a foot and a half.
A foot and a half.
He's never
far out, lads.
Never any bigger than that. And he's never any smaller than 14 inches.
Wait.
There's his jacket.
Look at that. Can I hold this?
Oh, hold
that
it.
Is unbelievable. Yeah. Look at the buttons and the detail and the stitching even.
They're gold. And there's 3 buttons.
Wow.
I count them every time I hand them over to someone and hand them back to me.
Look at that. Now you can imagine he's going to be about that height.
No, there's his trousers. Hold on.
That's unreal.
There's his trousers.
A fine pair of trousers too.
Yeah. Well, they're all made from woolly mammoth hair.
Is that right?
Yeah, the woolly mammoth stayed out during the Ice Age. There he is.
That's strange, isn't it? Even the feel of that's strange.
It is.
Look at that.
And what they do with it is they spin the woolly mammoth hair. They did it during the Ice Age, as you knew.
Yeah.
And that's what created Carlingford Lough. The flows of
the ice flow out.
And the leprechauns at the time lived out there on a plain before the sea was there. And when the ice started to move down through the loch and create that that whole gap that you see there where the water flowed in, it cut into the tunnels that they were living underneath, and they moved up to the mountain.
Oh, right.
So there's his...
That's unbelievable.
Let me see, what way to get you? There's his a wee red waistcoat. Yeah. Gold buttons.
Look at that.
I know that. That was above in the mountain last week, and I never got
Is
a
that
chance
right?
to clean it. Yeah. And there's his dancing shoes.
Very trendy. What do you quite look at them there?
Well, they're not the size of his feet now.
There's a bit of, is that wool in there? Is that a sock or
Oh, I just
God knows what it is, friends. Them leprechauns. Look.
It's woolly mammoth hair. They
That's
died
actually the hair.
30,000 years ago.
That feels very strange, that, doesn't it?
Smell it.
What the hell is
Yeah,
that?
yeah. That's 30,000 years old.
Wow.
And what they do with that is to spin it, and then they dye it with green grasses and ferns and the red of the waistcoat. They get the dye out of wild rose hips for that.
It's incredible colour too, isn't it? Very
That's
vibrant
right.
red,
Well,
isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it's lovely.
The feel of it's
lovely.
feels.
And the
I
most
would love a real one of them. Lovely and warm. Wouldn't it?
well, I could get, if you leave your measurements here, maybe.
There you go.
There's not many good red woolly mammoth hair jackets around your area.
I bet you have a big stash of right there in the back somewhere. A big, huge woolly mammoth hair collection out the back, friends.
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was millions of leprechauns. And they all died out. That's why there's only 236, and that's why they would have the woolly mammoth hair.
How did they die out, Kevin, or what made them die, or have you any information on that?
Yeah, they died out because people had stopped believing in them. And what had happened was the leprechauns, originally, they never interacted with the humans until 810, when the Vikings sailed in here, into Carlingford. They burned it twice. And that was the first time they had interaction with the humans. And they shouldn't have. They should have stayed in their own spirit world, but they did. And they resolved never to do it again. And they did it right through the centuries and up to the famine in 1845. And eventually, the human spirit and the leprechaun spirit came so close together you could hardly tell one from the other. So the two fused together. And as Irish people went abroad and went to America and all them places in Chicago and Boston, and started making money, to start believing in things of the spirit, and the spirit within them died, and so the leprechaun spirit died, until there was only 236 believers left. And 38 of them came from the Cooley Peninsula here in Carlingford. There was 9 from Donegal. No, sorry. There was 9 from Tipperary. There was 22 believers in Donegal. In County Down there was only 4. In the whole of County Down there was only 4.
That's unreal.
And they settled here because we had more believers than anybody else. And that's where the whole thing came from.
And it all ties in, it all makes sense, that. It all makes sense. And for you to come up with the suit, the shoes and the
feel
waistcoat.
the leather and that now. That's not Milano, that's
No, that's
mammoth hide.
it's tough, isn't it? It's
hide,
not.
yeah.
It's not like grain leather.
No.
It's definitely. It looks like it, but it's not it.
But the most important part anyway is the hat. No point in boring you here with it, but this is the hat.
Wow.
Now, what the leprechauns have said to me, if my son didn't want the gifts, I can test you.
Right.
To see you're psychic.
Are you going to test me?
I am. If you want, if you don't.
This is a first, friends, on the Banter show. I'm getting a test to see I'm a psychic.
You can't. You need to concentrate.
Yeah.
The other people over there just listening to this, they can't laugh or talk. They can take pictures, but they can't do it. So you don't say anything till I ask you the question. The question will be, is it warm under the hat? That's all. And what you'll feel is a particular warmth in this area. Now, I'll have to, of course, I have to take off that hat that you're wearing. I'm going to touch you there on the third eye. That's the one that the Buddhists choose. It's the one of enlightenment. I'm going to put my finger on that, and I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder and let the energy flow from me into you.
Done.
And if you feel any warmth, I'll ask you, Tony, do you feel that? Don't lie to me.
No.
I'll know, because I check it.
You'll know.
You ready?
We're just going to do that now. And friends, all the friends of the Banter Show, they all love this. Because on the Banter Show, I usually go, it's warm in here. And on that note, you know what's coming, friends. There it goes. There's the hat. The hat's gone.
Jesus.
What about that, Kevin?
Well, you're way ahead of everyone else, I have to say. No razor. Because normally...
You liked that one, didn't you?
I did, and I'll tell you why. Sometimes you have fellas coming in with a head of hair and gel on it. And the heat...
You're not getting that here. I just wash and go to
and the heat won't go through the gel.
Is that right?
If I stand up, are you okay with me standing up?
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
Close your eyes, concentrate, close your eyes, don't fall asleep on me, just concentrate. Keep sitting, keep concentrating. Concentrating, letting the energy flow through my body, through my right hand onto your shoulder. Concentrate, I can feel you fall. Don't fall asleep on me. Oh, Jesus. Hold on, keep those eyes closed. Concentrate. With a funny shaped head. Tony. Don't laugh, Tony, you concentrate.
Too many headbutts, Gavin.
You can't talk. At the start again.
Right.
I won't. Concentrate. That's it, I have you now. Keep those eyes closed. Keep them closed. Don't open them till I tell you. Open your eyes. Do you feel any warmth in it?
Big time.
Oh, Jesus. It's about a year ago since I found one. No, I didn't. Magello O'Donnell.
I can feel the heat
Was
coming
here.
into your hand.
There. A pity. Come over here, Richard, and feel this. There. Here, Cormac, come over here and feel it. You got it?
Yeah.
Cormac?
One bald man to another.
Huh?
One bald man to another.
That's it. Go for it, Cormac.
Go for it, Cormac.
That's familiar feeling that. I feel it there, I feel it. I feel it.
Do you feel it? Well,
I do.
feel the other part of his head there and see is it any warmer?
No, it's just there.
It's just
Just there.
Yeah.
Just there.
The rest of you is cold.
I can tell you. That's unreal.
High five, I don't like That's deadly. I'm delighted.
What about that?
I'm delighted.
I could feel serious heat coming out of there, I have to say.
I know that, yeah.
Serious heat.
Yeah, I know that, yeah. Because I felt my body draining. And that's how I know that there's no, I can feel the energy flowing through.
And not only that, I could feel the energy coming in through that shoulder.
Yeah, goes straight down out of my body.
And that's, I'm serious, I could feel that. That's Kevin, that's a first for the Banter Show, I have to say. That is a first.
It's first for the world.
It's a first for the world.
Yeah.
And we're not joking, the guys felt it, you could feel the heat.
Yeah.
That is serious, man, that is serious.
Yeah. I'm thrilled. Yeah, because I like you. And I'm happy to pass on the gifts to someone like you.
That made me feel good, I have to say, Kevin.
And you'll be feeling good for the rest of the day. Be no harm if you bought a lotto ticket on the way home.
We'll stop at Davies on the way up the road.
That's
not right. Cornamuckla House, sorry.
Cornamuckla
House.
You're showing your age there.
Oh, yeah, I was coming up my 40th birthday. Brilliant, Kevin. That was an experience, I have to say.
Yes, that's what I did.
And you could feel the power coming down your arm.
Yeah.
I could feel it coming into my shoulder.
Yeah.
And then I could feel the heat. I could still feel the heat up there.
Yeah.
How come it's because of the hat? You can feel it's something.
Yeah, you want me to explain now something that's...
That is something. That's strange, lads, isn't it?
Something that's in the psychic. There's nothing worse than that. You felt the experience.
I felt
don't
it.
ask me how it works.
I
I felt the energy flowing out of me.
Good.
Goes into you, the hat comes out, and that's how it works.
So the psychic test was successful.
Well, look, if it's not successful, you don't have to be disappointed.
Yeah.
Some people are very disappointed.
I'm delighted, but...
I know you're delighted, but if it wasn't, you have enough gifts to carry you through.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need the gift.
Yeah.
Obviously needed.
That's strange. I have to say, friend, that was a
yeah.
strange moment in my life, and I have to say,
Yeah,
and it's good because I feel good. I'm actually feeling good.
And that's the gift of leprechauns. That's why I keep them. They can't reproduce. There's only 236 of them. They're all male. Now, there was quite excitement here, I can tell you, when the referendum went through. And same-sex marriage.
Is that why they're called right? I'll count that one because I can get myself into serious trouble.
They're not. They're leprechauns.
They're leprechauns, yeah.
And they're all males.
Yeah.
And there was a choir.
We started organising some
the fun of the
females.
music that night was terrific. No, we don't. There's no females. Only if I see them as females, but I don't. I see them only as males. Maybe in your tenure, when you have the gift, you can see them any way you want.
Yeah. But they're basically they're spirits then. This is very interesting.
Yeah,
spirits.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah. I'm enjoying this bit of banter, Kevin, I have to say. And the interaction out of the lads there and all, you know. So where would you
well, the lads are important in the story.
Yeah.
And the reason why they're important is we run a leprechaun hunt here every year. We did it 26 years ago. I did it because I was a skeptic when PJ found the suit and the bones. I put £4,000 above in the mountain and I sold leprechaun hunting licenses to see could I find one. We found none.
You didn't find one?
No, and PJ didn't see them. All he did was find the suit and the bones. And there wasn't another hunt until 2009, until I got them protected by the European Union. And we've had a leprechaun hunt every year now. Well, those two boys who were feeling your head are from Visit Carlingford. They are the tourist people in Carlingford.
Excellent.
And they are organising this year's hunt. And the plan is, we'll do what we did 26 years ago, only now we put 100 leprechauns up on the mountain. And we put a few €1,000 underneath them and we sell leprechaun hunting licenses for a few euro.
Brilliant.
And as well as that, we're going to get people dressed up as leprechauns to build. Guinness World Record is 1,200 at the one time. And we are going to break that record on that day, as well as have the hunt. Now, the hunt itself, it really has nothing to do with tourism or whatever. It's to get more people to believe. Because if I can get more people to believe, then I ensure the survival of the 236.
That makes sense.
So the whole thing, it revolves around belief and protecting that unique piece of Irish heritage that nowhere else in Ireland has, except Carlingford.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Only in Carlingford, the leprechaun capital of the world, friends, and I'm not joking you. I'm not joking you. We've got a tunnel out there, Kevin, haven't we?
You have two tunnels.
Two tunnels.
And a cavern. A tunnel that goes in, and then a cavern. And if anyone wants to come and see it, I do tours there every Saturday and Sunday at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock.
There you go. And you come into Carlingford village if you're coming from the north, you go past the castle, go past the green and take a left.
That's it. Over by
keep driving.
opposite the sailing club. You see you see an 8-foot leprechaun.
There's an 8-foot leprechaun out in the garden.
Yeah, so you know you're there. Yeah.
You know you're at the leprechaun capital of Ireland.
Having said that, he's only 8 foot if you're there at 12 o'clock. If you come earlier, he's a bit smaller.
Right.
Well, if you came at 10, he's only about 4 foot.
Unbelievable. Serious. Brilliant.
I had a great time. I love telling the story. Do you believe?
I do believe. Because I think,
that's what it's
there's no point talking about it unless you have that belief. Being Irish, and we're all from this region, well, that's the way we're brought up.
Yeah.
We're brought up to believe that it is true. And I felt the power today.
Well,
I felt the power. That's the difference.
And you're going to put that out on video and whatever, and that's more believers. And then I continue. When we started here, I had 236 believers in Ireland. Now there's 48,423, and you're 400. You're 24.
There you go. And there's going to be believers watching this video, Kevin.
And Micky the cameraman, do you believe in leprechauns?
Absolutely.
That's all right.
That's why we're here, Micky, isn't it?
That's why we're here. Do you want to have a word with the two boys about the hunt?
I'd love to have a word with the two boys.
Yeah, because they have all the details.
Kevin, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you.
You too, Tony.
Absolute pleasure. And if
you come down any time at all now.
That's what I was just going to say. Well, thanks very much. I really appreciate this, Kevin.
And we've passed. Now, don't be wishing for me today. I'm not in a hurry to go.
I'm not.
No, you might be in a hurry to talk to leprechauns, but I'm not in a hurry to go.
No.
For Christ's sake.
I tell you what, Kevin, for a man of 65, you're looking great. That's 20 quid, by the way.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'd be lying, and there's not one. I don't tell lies.
No.
I'm 84.
That man, he doesn't look 84. I don't care.
No. I drink sustenance. You could be here all day.
I think we're going to have to go to PG the local pub up the road.
The sustenance is made from wild berries and wild herbs and the sap of the blackthorn tree.
Wow.
And that's what leprechauns use for food. It's sustenance.
Well, it's doing you the power of good, I can tell you that, because you do not look...
I know.
You hardly look 64, let alone 84.
84. I'll be 85 next birthday on the 6th of January, please God.
Please God, indeed. You're going to be 104, Kevin, I'm telling you that now.
Well, my mother got to 98, but she wasn't even drinking what I drink.
Fleet me.
Yeah. I'll give you a wee sup of it on the way down, but I won't show you the recipe.
No, well, I'm definitely up for taking a drink of it, but...
Okay, go on, you have a chat with the boys.
Kevin, I really mean it, Kevin. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah,
and thanks for talking to us on the Banter Show.
A pleasure.
And we'll be back again, that's for definite.
Thank you.
We'll have Richard over here. Come on in, Richard. Take a seat there. Richard, thanks for coming into the Banter Show.
Not a problem.
That's squeezing.
Come in, Cormac.
Kevin, you move these
The wee man's clothes.
You sit on them, boy. Some shot up the arm.
Kevin just told you, Cormac, that's it.
I like this.
You're under threat there now.
I like this wee seat, I had to say.
Gentlemen, welcome on to the Banter Show. The lads are from Visit Carlingford. And please, if you're coming anywhere, all my friends, if you're coming in from England, from America, from Australia, you have to come and visit Carlingford.
Yeah,
right, lads?
That's it, yeah.
So how's it going?
Good, busy. Kept going now for this time of year.
That's good. And as I say, now you two guys are, you are sorting out the leprechaun hunt now this year.
That's right. Yes. Kevin asked us to take over, so we took over the organising of it with a lot of help from Kevin. So we're going to do it this year on April 17th. So we're doing it for two charities, local charities. One of them is the Maria Gratti Foundation over in Lordship. They do a lot of work with sick kids. And then the other one is the Louth County Council Malawi Fund.
Oh,
yeah. So
they're building. They build schools in Malawi.
Right.
So basically, an education to empowerment, you know.
And that's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all progress, isn't it?
Exactly. And it's always nice to do it for local charities. So it gives us something to work towards.
Yeah, it's and as you say, it's always good to support local charities, you know.
That's it.
So a big shout out to all the local charities out there. So you guys are going to be busy. There's a lot of organisation to be done, obviously, and it's going to be big this year, obviously. With Visit Carlingford involved in it, I'm sure Kevin's put the reins in your hands. It's going to be even bigger then, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we're planning on smashing at the minute we're doing obviously the leprechaun hunt that happens every year, but this year we have a bit of a twist to it that we're going to try and get the most people dressed as leprechauns to be in the one place. So the record at the minute is about 1,200, and we're looking to smash that. So I would say
we're aiming for 5,000 people.
Yeah.
We want to hit 5,000 people. You know.
And is this going to be in the green in Carlingford, right in the centre?
Yeah, well, that's where everybody's going to meet and get registered and organised, and then we'll take them up the mountain through Carlingford, up the mountain to the mountain gate. Yeah. And as to go through the mountain gate, we're planning on counting the people dressed leprechauns as to go through the mountain gate. So within 10-15 minutes of that, the hunt will start.
And is there a registration fee or anything like that?
There is. At the minute, the hunting licence is €6, so you can just come along to do the hunt for €6. Or we'll have the details on our website at visitcarlingford.com for the criteria to be a part of Dress as a Leprechaun, as the Guinness World Record. They have specific guidelines you have to follow. So you have to have a hat, a beard, a green waistcoat, white shirt, and black trousers. But we're going to be selling the hat and beard on the website also with the waistcoat. So for the hat, beard, waistcoat and the hunting licence, it'll be about €15.
That's not bad.
And
It's a normal charity as well.
all the money's going to charity, so it'll be.
I mean, where do you get a green waistcoat, Kevin? These days, you can't just mosey up to the dock and I'll get a green waistcoat. There is no green waistcoat, but there is on the Visit Carlingford website, friends. That's value for money.
Yeah, well, we think
And it's
so.
going to charity,
Exactly,
so-
that's the main thing. That's the big focus.
Win-win situation for everybody.
It is indeed. It is.
And
indeed.
are they expected to find any leprechauns up the
Oh,
line?
they will. On the day they will. We'll have about 100 or so leprechauns up there, with prize money to be found. So there'll be a lot for kids to get their hands on, kids and people. Yes.
And are you guys on Twitter and Facebook?
We are. You can find us at visitcarningford.com. We're also on Twitter and Facebook.
Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and YouTube. We're on YouTube as well.
YouTube as
Oh,
well,
very
yeah.
good.
And Instagram. Sorry.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
They're social media experts already, these guys. Will you quit?
We're on social media. I really don't know about the expert part, like, but we're there. You know?
We're there.
Yeah, you're like me, you've been pushing buttons, see what happens.
Share.
The share button. Just keep pushing.
Now, Cormac, Richard and Cormac, have any of you guys actually seen the leprechauns?
Myself personally, no, but I live in hope, Every time you talk to Kevin, he'd give you a wee.
Kevin will steer you in the right direction.
He will steer in the right direction,
Only if he has the gift. He can't see them unless he has the gift.
Yeah.
They won't
Gift
show
Gav's all
themselves. I tried him with the hand, it was fucking stone.
Razor.
Stone cold. It was bleep stone cold.
I just say, me dreams and ambitions were torn away from me that day,
Right.
I got checked for it, and when I lost, I never fulfilled the criteria, But I live in hope, I live in hope.
Now, as the leprechauns are spirits, you've heard of shadow men, black figures that just appear out of nowhere. And, now, I've seen them in Uri.
Yeah.
I've actually seen them.
Yeah.
And this is why you believe. That you need to have a belief. So I've seen spirit creatures before, if you like.
Yeah.
And this is why we're down here. Because there is a big hype about this place, isn't it? And Carlingford in general, it is known as leprechaun country, really, isn't it?
Well, it's the last place that leprechauns exist in Ireland.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what it is. It's the last place leprechauns exist in Ireland.
It is fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Now, Richard hasn't seen any yet, but I've never tested him. But he has.
So you tested me before you tested them two boys?
Yes, well, he has potential.
Oh,
And
Richard's
I'm asking you why.
Right.
See how clever you are. Why do you think he has more potential than me?
Hold on a second. I don't want to be in the middle of this. I don't want to be sitting
Well, you are in the
here.
middle of it. I'm asking you a question.
Right. It must be something to do with that man's red hair.
Correct. You got it in there.
There you go.
You'll make a great leprechaun.
I know my stuff now, Kevin. I could be the Newry ambassador for leprechauns, couldn't I?
Can you hear that actually?
Yeah. I come down with all the gear on me. Yeah. Because we're gonna get dressed up all green for St Patrick's Day. Green trousers, everything. So maybe get the black trousers and the green waistcoat on.
Maybe no harm, yeah.
Newry's ambassador for leprechauns.
What? Yes.
Newry's ambassador. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you guys are available on April 17th, we'd love to have you back down. You might be able to take a few shots and
There's one for us, mate.
it'd be great to have you involved.
Would love to be involved. And it's a bit of banter, lads,
That's it.
and we're
You'll
spreading
enjoy
the
the
word.
day, yeah.
Charities and conservation, that's what it's all for.
Yeah.
So-
And we might even try and get Henry Mack and a few of the boys, the locals
That's
here.
it.
Henry Mack and the McCollum brothers want you playing at the leprechaun hunt. And if not, there's going to be trouble. I see you. I'll be around Monday night, McKev's, and tell you there's going to be a row. The boys are great crack, And another man, like the Henry Mack's, he's a legend, isn't he, around these parts too?
He's a legend, yeah. Yes, yeah.
And by the way, Henry looks a bit like a leprechaun. He's got that look.
No.
He's got that shape of a head.
Well, maybe to you, but not to me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pass him. Well, having said that, it's all to do with the hat.
Yeah.
You can't judge by looking at people, really. Or even red hair. I'm only joking.
There's power in that man's hair.
Power in it, yeah.
You know, on the other hand, me and Cormac, we shampoo and conditioner, we just wash and go, don't we, Cormac?
Exactly, you know, grass doesn't grow on a busy street, you know.
That's it. And by the way, this interview's going to be cut short. The sun's out, I want the solar panel charged up. So
Same myself, right later.
we're just going to point it towards the sun.
You two boys could be twins.
We're related. Our fella.
You both know your father's where.
They were carrying on somewhere. Well, I have to say, you guys want to shout out to anybody? Is anybody you want to, thank or say hello to, or a big shout out, maybe all the locals around the world out there,
Yeah, so all the followers, across the country, we're very lucky. We've a lot of people that have come to Carniford over the years and have used us to get here, and people in Australia and Canada and stuff. A lot of good followers all over the world. So a big shout out to them, and hopefully you'll make the trip over here on the 17th.
Yeah,
you know.
And get your Leprechaun gear on. Get onto the website. Order the beard, the hat, and the waistcoat, friends.
Yeah,
don't hang about.
Yeah, visit carniford.com. That's it.
Visit carniford.com. You'll get it all there.
Yeah.
And me and Micky will hopefully be down to support you, and we'll have a bit of banter on the streets, lads.
That's the plan.
So I'll tell you what, we're going to wrap it up here, and we're going to go outside. Is that all right, Micky? We'll do a night. We're going to have a look. Kevin, can you show us? Yeah. Friends, we're going to be back soon. Then we're taking from me, Richie and Cormac, lads. Give our friends a bit of a razor. So 2 in the one hand. 2 in the right hand, 1 in the left. Razor. There we go. Two dancers. Right, we're going to wrap it up. See you soon. Razor friends, we're joined with the main man himself, Kevin Woods, and Kevin's going to take us here. This is
Take us down. Yep, underneath the ground.
Okay, let's go, Kevin.
If you want to go home the long way, you can.
Oh.
Up through the tunnel. You'll end up in Rostraver.
Oh. Fucking hell. Want to go to the server, Micky?
It's 2.5 hours, Micky.
Let's do it.
Come on ahead.
Oh, go ahead, sir.
That's the most photographed thing around here. That one there.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm sure they do hate getting dog shit in their shoes.
Absolutely.
Awful. Maybe you should get chihuahuas or shih tzus or something around here. I hope there's.
We had a zoo recently, and that's all that was in it. A dog.
It was shit.
Yeah. Shit.
Shit too.
And that's the second most photographed one there.
Nothing happened here. Oh, brilliant. We're going in, friends, we're going in.
Are we ready?
We're ready. We're going in, friends. Oh, didn't expect that, I didn't expect that.
What do you think a tunnel looks like?
Well, I didn't think it was a big concrete ring.
Go back. Get back. Just go back. Go in. Just wait there a minute, Tony. Right, come on now.
Just have to wait a second. Micky, mind your head. You want to bang your head in the concrete. Wished. Wow. Didn't expect this, Kevin. This is fantastic.
What did you expect?
Look at that. There's a dolman in here as well.
No, they're trolls. But I won't explain that,
Right.
They came from Scandinavia. Millions and millions of years ago. Before the Earth's plates had moved and we were part of Europe. leprechauns with a tunnel the whole way across into various parts of Europe. And they got to Norway, as far as Norway, to a place called Arendelle down in the south of Norway. And they saw trolls there that had captured 2 princesses that was there. And if trolls can be caught above ground and the sunlight hits them, they turn to rock.
Wow.
And that's, if you come over here, I'll show you his face. And they brought them back here.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Ugly bastards, excuse me.
Ugly bastard. I know him. I know that fella.
You know him.
I know that face.
Face and face, you know it?
Yeah.
And the rest are the same, only the rocks are turned up the wrong way around.
They're face down, are they?
Face down.
That's incredible.
And this is the tunnel over here, Tony.
Well, that takes you to Rostravar.
Yeah. You see those animals there?
Yeah.
Those animals are not, they're comatose.
Right.
They can't move until the morning, until the sun comes up and warms them. And why they're up here is, there are some spirits, I'm not going to explain to you why,
Right.
that can't come up through the tunnels. And if they can't come up, they get a lift up on the backs of the animals in the forest. So if the animals don't get out before the sun's halfway up in the sky, then they become comatose until the morning, until the sun comes. This is George, look, I'll show you. Right there.
Yeah.
There's George.
Hiya, George. Welcome to the Banter Show, George.
Yeah, say hello, George.
He's
When you go up
quiet,
in the
he's
morning,
quiet.
you'll have to get him in the morning.
There you go.
That's where the spirit sits here, on the soft part. Feel him there.
That, how the hell is that soft? And the rest is,
Oh,
it's just a spiky.
hedgehog.
yeah,
Yes.
that's unreal,
What else
isn't
would you
it?
expect with a hedgehog?
Well, you know, I would love that as a header. That'd be a good crack, wouldn't it?
I could get a transplant done.
Could
for
you? You can keep the hat then.
Well, that's George there. That
That's
tunnel,
on.
2.5 hours, that a couple of owls there that got stuck in it. That
I
fox.
see the fox, yeah.
Squirrel's called Huey.
Right.
He's the worst timekeeper we have down here. He's never out. Last week he was over on top of the waterfall.
Is that right?
He's been everywhere.
He's a character, that
I
fella.
don't be talking.
He's a character.
So that's the fairy tunnel. That
Wow.
takes 2.5 hours. I just want to go down there.
Over the Fairy Glen.
Mostly dark. That's the narrowest part of it, but some of the walls are falling down, so you have to be careful. And I was
Yeah.
down about 4 times down.
Were you?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm just going to shout over to my friend Dermy McQuaid in Rostravar.
Well, this comes out.
You know Dermot, he's a singer-songwriter, plays a bit Carlingford.
Yeah, straight away, just to see.
Dermy, stick a pint on the Tenleys for me. We're coming over. You hear the echo out of that tunnel? That's incredible.
No, it comes out. Do you know where the oak tree is in the fairy land?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah, there's 38 oak trees.
I know where they are, but I'll be up in the Fairy Glen.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, the one that has the hole at the bottom of it.
that's right.
Because I can get people to fly down through there. I can take the spirit out of them and let the spirit fly down there. And when they get down there to the fairy glen and sit at the bottom of the oak tree, they can't fly back up again. So anyone that's with them here picks them up over there.
Right, me. That's a good idea, because that tunnel, Dermot McQuaid, next time you're playing in Carlingford, you can go on the drink and then you can go home via the tunnel. How handy is that?
That's allowed, but I'd have to move the animals out there. I don't want them to be disturbed.
No, you don't want to disturb anything there,
Yeah.
really.
That's a wishing well over there. That comes from the slate rock. There's a well up there for generations, a healing well and wishing well called Jenkins Well. It's after a General Jenkins. But for generations, it's a healing well and wishing well. People make a wish here, put their finger in the water there.
Very good.
Some of them bless themselves, some of them splash themselves with it, some of them just put their finger into it. And
Right.
this tunnel over here,
Yeah.
that's the Leprechaun one.
Is that a tin of Guinness to see you in there?
No, they're it's the funny thing about leprechauns, and I never knew it until it became a whisper. They don't drink. alcoholic. They don't drink spirits.
Wow.
They drink sustenance. And those barrels have sustenance in it. And I can't give you, I'd love to give you a sup of that now. That has to wait another 4 years.
Wow. But you're going to give me one before, you're going to give me a drink of sustenance before I go home, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
I can't wait to try this.
Wait, let's show you. All their tools are made of gold. Richard, give me that gold shovel there. There's a whole lot of shovels there.
Wow, look at that.
That gold came from Avoca in County Wicklow.
My goodness.
And there's 3 more shovels there, came from the Glens of Antrim where they picked gold out of there. And at the minute they're over in Clontibret in County Monaghan. They're digging for gold over there.
Incredible, isn't it?
Feel it there. Feel the weight of that.
Feel the weight. Me, I didn't expect that, lads.
Well, you never had gold in your hand before. If you never
that bit of gold there. Look at that.
Huh?
I say that's the only bit of gold I have there.
Oh, that bit there,
That bit there. But that is serious, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Feel the weight of it.
Yeah.
Huh. It's unreal, isn't it?
It's mighty, isn't it?
It is. I tell you, I was sorely tempted when the price of gold was up.
We're going to talk about this off camera, Kevin.
So there you are, that's
Kevin.
right. These rocks here where the
Thank you so much for showing us.
It's a pleasure, Tony.
I mean that. I really mean it. Thank you so
I'm
much.
so delighted that you
Brilliant.
felt the heat.
I felt it all right.
Yeah.
And I can still feel it there.
You'll feel it anytime you just, if you ever doubt, just put your hand there. If you're into a bar at night and you're telling the story, you can prove it. Just ask people to touch your head there.
There you go. Only in the Banter show, friends.
Only in the Banter show.
Kevin, will you give us all our friends a bit of a riser? That's the catchphrase for the Banter show. Just 2 fingers in the one. I'm not going to tell you your age. 2 fingers in the right hand, one on the left. Just go riser. Riser. There you go. What a man. What a man.
What a man.
You're a top dude, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this one because I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I've learned a bit. I have to say, on the first psychic test on the Banter show. I'm delighted with life.
You should be.
And now we're going to go and have the secret drink of sustenance. So on that note, friends, me and Kevin, Richard and Cormac and Micky, we're out of here, friends. Razor.
Right. Fucking leprechaun.